Hello, and welcome to Famicast 175, your Famicast for the early part of June 2020. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined by James Charlton.
Hey, Danny, it's a monumental episode. This is the first episode where I have an air conditioner. Oh yeah, baby.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Took 175 episodes, but I'm recording from a room which is not sweaty. Literally the first episode. We're actually going to start. We're going to reset the numbers. This is now Famicast episode 1.
Yes.
Okay, now we can start. Okay, next person. Episode 1, let's go.
Speaking of, okay, I don't know, but we're also joined by Todd Sugart.
Oh yeah, welcome to another exciting episode of Chapo Trap House.
That's right.
Hi, did you just fall off your chair?
I did.
What just happened?
And I can't get back up. No, I haven't built my computer desk yet. Like, I got all my stuff moved in, and I'm surrounded by like a mountain of boxes of unpacked belongings.
I actually thought you'd made a really funny virtual background where you'd taken a photograph of your room and then put it on yourself. You know,
that's a good idea.
Some of my students have been doing that, kind of like fucking with me. Like,
oh man, I saw.
Like, yeah, take a picture of yourself or like a video of like yourself coming in and giving yourself a cup of tea. They're like, oh, thank you, me. And
yeah,
cool.
Ever since the global plague, there's so many funny Zoom compilations on YouTube from schools across America and the world.
That's right. It's real.
With like really suggestive backgrounds or just all sorts of comedy happening.
Well, it's always great to see the videos of people like, oh shit, I forgot to change my Zoom background for work, and it's like some weird half-naked man in the background or something, you know.
Right.
Half-naked man, okay.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, right. Cool. Yeah. Well, we got another packed show for you guys here today, so let's just go ahead and get right into the old new business. The old new business.
All right.
So I'll go ahead and kick us off with new business. So last week, God, I had it in here. There it is. I picked up a game that just came out on Friday, and that would be Clubhouse Games on the Nintendo Switch.
Woo.
So, I mean, obviously, with there being 51 games in here, there's obviously a lot of stuff that you can play. Now, the thing that I was really mostly not concerned, but just really interested in was the bowling in the game. And if you've checked out our YouTube channel, if you're here watching right now live, hey, hi, thanks guys. But I posted up a video last week about this because like nobody was really talking about it that much. Like I was talking to Ty before the show and I was thinking like, man, did like Nintendo tell the people that got review codes to be like, yo, don't talk about bowling, or like talk about it in like one sentence or something. I mean, to be fair, there is, like I said, literally 51 games in the package. So there's a lot of shit to talk about, but that was the one that I went straight to because, you know, I loved Wii Bowling on Wii Sports back in the day. How about you guys? Did you guys, Ty, I already know your answer, but you can pipe in again. Did you guys play that back in the day on the Wii?
Which game are you talking about?
Wii Sports Bowling.
Yeah.
Wii Sports Bowling?
My friends' boomer parents love that shit.
Yeah.
And boomer grandparents, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Every Wii owner had a Wii Sports, Danny. I don't know if you knew that. Unless you bought it in Japan and you didn't get it.
Yeah, I did not buy. I've never played it actually.
Oh wow, okay. Like, you know, it with that early motion control technology in that version of the game, like it was obviously a little bit limited compared to what happened when they did Wii Sports Resort and stuff like that with the dongle or the Wii Motion Plus and stuff. And I really didn't know what to expect here, but you know, I just went ahead and just kind of got right into it. Similar mechanics. I mean, still, you know, you press like the trigger button and then you pull back and then you release and let go of the button and, you know, you throw the ball. The harder you swing your arm, the harder the ball's going to go. You could put curve on it by like twisting the controller. It feels pretty familiar.
It's like I actually kind of liked what was the sequel? Wii Sports Resort,
Mm-hmm.
Which I think was bowling was in that one as well, right? And it was slightly more sensitive because of the Motion Plus. Yeah. You know, but you know that could be a good thing or a bad thing. I think I would assume that the Joy-Cons are probably even more sensitive, right? Because gyro technology has improved, I'm assuming.
You would think. Like, it's weird because, well, first of all, one thing I've noticed, like, since playing and kind of looking at my gameplay that I put up here on our YouTube channel and stuff, like, it's not, doesn't seem like it's a full lane. It seems like it's a half lane, like, in terms of length. So, like, and then too, I'm throwing the ball down pretty fast, and every single time I throw the ball, it says like, "Whoa, you're swinging too hard, dude!" Like there's a message on the bottom of the screen that says that, and it's like, well, okay, but yeah, and that ball gets down there like really fast, and it's kind of weird, but I mean it's fine. It's not like the best like motion control bowling thing I've ever played. I mean that obviously that goes with me bowling, but. In terms of just if you want to play some kind of motion bowling on the Switch, I talked about this months and months ago, but there's a PBA game, Professional Bowling Association game, that's on the Switch. It's realistic simulation style bowling, and it works good with the sticks. But if you try to do like motion control on that, it's shit. It's just not good. It's bad. Like it's terrible. It's just like
because you're not a professional, Danny.
There it is. No, it's like it's kind of like that waggle thing, right? Like you just kind of like waggle the control and it shoots it, and you're still controlling curve with like the joysticks and stuff. So it like kind of defeats the whole purpose of it, right? But
anyway, back to Clubhouse Games. It's good.
It's not bad. It's probably not going to blow you away, but
okay. What are the kind of similar to Wii Sports games? Do they have tennis or something, or ping pong or something? No,
they have some kind of a table. I haven't played every single game because I mean 51 games, right?
Danny, get on with it.
Right. You probably should have expected this, but they have like a tabletop baseball on there. Okay. So I had to play that.
These are based on actual real toys, right?
Yes.
Like that I don't know, Americans used to play when you were younger or something.
Or grandparents probably played or something like that, right?
Right.
God.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I know that one.
Yes. Hey, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I did play too was the Connect 4, Match 4. James, Ty, you might remember the Connect 4 commercial back in the day, do you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's fantastic. I don't know if they had that in the UK, James. Did they?
Well, we have Connect 4, but I don't know what TV advertisement you're talking about.
Okay, you're talking about basically it's checkers inside of this little thing, right?
Yeah, I know what Connect 4 is, mate.
Okay.
I'm just saying I don't know what commercial you're referring to. That was probably different.
Yeah, probably. It's like, go for the bottom and go for the top. Watch for the block. Forget it. You're stuck. Like, not ringing any bells?
No, that's not ringing any bells. I think British audience would have slit their wrists if they'd seen that.
Watch for the block. Forget it. You're stuck.
That one too.
But no, I mean, that was fine. It's pretty simple. I played some other weird game where you're putting like rocks in like these little pockets.
Is that the one? Did they start you off? Do they force you to play some game at the start?
Like when you start off the game, they say like, "Hey, you should go talk to this person." Like there's this globe, and like all these different people on the globe are kind of like portals to some of the different games in the whole package. You don't have to play the games like that if you don't want to. You can actually just go to a list of the games and play, which is what I've pretty much been doing. But they kind of went all out with like dialogue before you start the game. Like people just talking a little bit about what you're playing and stuff like that, and
like a little history of the game and how to play it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, basically. And then the more you play it too, the more stuff you kind of will like unlock with the games, like bowling, for example. I think maybe not bowling. It's not a good example, but at least for like the Connect 4, if you beat the computer on the first try, you'll be able to face like a harder computer. You also get something, like you said, some kind of like history stuff about the games and stuff like that too.
Because some of these are like really old games, or maybe Japanese games that you know what Westerners don't know. So they're like, this game was originally in Japan, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's like Hanafuda and stuff like that on there too, and a lot of Japanese type of games that you probably don't know how to play. I don't know how to play because I just didn't.
Oh wait, are they on there?
Yeah, Hanafuda's on there. I know that for sure.
All right, does it have mahjong?
Yeah, has mahjong different, and then another kind of mahjong. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you gotta learn how to play mahjong if you want to play those old MAME ROMs where the anime girls take their clothes off.
There you go. Yeah. That was the cool thing about the original. Was the original also called Clubhouse Games or something? Classic Games, right?
On DS, yeah, I think so.
DS. That was the cool thing because I had the DS one, and the cool thing was it did teach you how to play all these games. Like, maybe you know these games, but you don't know how the fuck to play them, right? You've seen them on TV, but you haven't actually played it yourself, and it would take you through it. So that was pretty cool. Like, I remember playing like fucking mahjong. Like, fuck knows, I can't even remember the rules, but at the time, I knew what I was doing.
Right. It's kind of like me with Sudoku. Like, I still play brain training. I've crossed 150 days in brain training. I've been playing it like for 6 months straight, but I've forgot how to play it completely and remembered. But actually, Chris has a question. Oh,
well, Chris, first of all, he said, glad to see Nintendo bringing back the 50-in-1 cards.
Yes.
But he actually asked, and do they have any built-in achievement systems or extra menus included with Clubhouse?
So from what I've played so far, they do kind of keep minimal statistics, if you even want to say that, like achievement type of things. Like for bowling, like for example, there's a 5-frame game you can play 10-frame, and then like a special one. I forgot the naming with it, but it's like pins aren't lined up like normal. Basically the challenge bowling is what it is.
Okay.
You're supposed to knock down like a ton of things, but like they have like certain limits. It's like, hey, try to get above like this score or something. But like that's about it. It's not really that deep or anything like that, which is kind of disappointing.
I remember in Wii Sports Resort they had the stamp system, right?
Yeah.
And it was the Nintendo version of platinuming, or what's it called in Xbox, like getting a gold, like maxing the achievements out or whatever. Like there was always like one really hard stamp to get, for like I always remember the archery ones were like you had to hit these kind of hidden things like behind a mountain. You couldn't even see what you were looking at. You just had to fire it over the mountain, and then the camera would show you what you were hitting, and then you would kind of adjust your aim. And it was like some secret melon, 400 miles away that you had to hit.
Yeah.
Those are kind of fun, actually.
I mean, I'm still really early here. I wanted to kind of play this with my wife a little bit, but we just haven't yet. But I think
I love that Danny buys the fucking board game party game and is like, yeah, I'll play this on my own. Brilliant.
That's usually what happens. Like, man, I remember in the Wii days, like part of my excitement of getting that, I first came here to Japan as a college kid, and it was just months after the Wii came out. So like I was one of the coolest guys at school for the first time in my life because I had the new video game system that people wanted to play.
Me too.
Yeah, but jokes aside, it was like a lot of the times if I would get a game like on the Wii or something like that, it would be fun to be able to like have people over and play. Obviously, with the pandemic and stuff, it's been kind of hard to do that type of thing. But it's kind of thinking like I know James hates it, but like 1-2 Switch, Mario Kart, yeah, right, Mario Kart, and a few others. I mean, some games are just like really good for party situations, and this just kind of seemed like the same way to me. So, and I don't know about the price in America, but like here it's pretty cheap. Like I think the base price is 4,000 yen, and I bought it physical cheaper than I can buy it digital, like about 500 yen cheaper, because it was like basically 4,000 yen including taxes for the physical, or I could get it for like $5 more on the eShop. So like, I'm not gonna do that.
Honestly, I'd pay the $5 not to take the fucking cart in and out every single fucking time.
Well, I needed the cart so I could take a video of the cover and the cart for the video I made for our YouTube channel. Boom.
Worth it.
And also to put on my shelf. So
Chris says it's 40 bones on the eShop.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say, just dive in. If you want to have something to play with some friends or kids or family and stuff, it seems like it's going to be pretty cool for that.
Friend of the show, Metal Mike, says, oh, Clubhouse Games seems great. How many of the games do you actually see yourself coming back to, though, especially with friends?
Well, I've come back to the bowling several times in the past 3 days, so we'll see how long that lasts.
All right.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, the Toy Tanks thing looks pretty fun. It kind of reminds me of that crappy game that came packaged with their Wii remote back in the day.
Yeah. We play?
We play? Yeah. Kind of seems like that type of stuff, so I want to get into that a little bit more. And online, you can play online and stuff too. It's a little bit janky. But
I got We Play loose for $3.
Paid too much.
Still paid too much. Seriously, that game is fucking trash. That game sold like what, 150 million extra Wii remotes?
Yeah.
Seriously, the games are all garbage.
It's not good.
Seriously terrible. Yeah, I think literally Tanks is the only one worth playing in that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I didn't spend whatever it was, 40 or 50 for that Wii remote bundle.
I did. I don't want to do that. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me. Ty, would you mind going next with the old new business?
Oh yeah. So big announcement. Get ready.
Okay.
I finally got all the fucking achievements in Dead by Daylight.
Congratulations.
It's done. The pact is sealed.
How long did that take?
1,162 hours.
That's all?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Man.
Maybe some of that is just like, leaving the game on the menu or whatever, but that was a long fucking time.
Yeah.
When did I start that shit? It was like August or September or something.
Wait, whoa. You're saying you played like 1,000 hours, like 1,100, 1,200 hours in like just a span of a couple of months?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm usually lucky to play like a couple hundred hours a year.
Go big or go home.
Fair enough.
Right. So, there's new DLC next week, so there'll be a couple more achievements for me to get, but hopefully it doesn't take too long unless they spring some like really bullshit grindy one again.
Yeah. Lemonade has a nice comment. That's too many hours, brah.
Wait till I start over on the PC version, and then we'll see.
Right. Jeez.
Yeah. I haven't really played anything, but I'm about to start in on Doom Eternal. I think it was on sale this week. I've been meaning to get it, but I was in the middle of a move.
Yeah.
And there was a sale. It kind of forced my hand, so I bought the fancy edition of that. I'll be going in on that. And there's the Evo Japan. They're doing an online event. Well, I mean Evo all over the goddamn world, but there's like online tournaments. And they're gonna be like separate in each region. There's like a Europe one, an American one, and an Asia one. And it's good netcode games only, so that's pretty awesome.
Cool.
So, no Nintendo games, kind of.
Can't wait to play some Smash. Yeah.
Yeah, nope. Yeah, that was so funny. It's just unceremoniously dropped from Evo. No online tournament, no nothing. Just
gave you some script codes though, didn't it?
Not really. I think the Smash players just kind of went, yeah. Yeah, man. I feel bad for those guys because all the live events have been canceled, and yeah, even the locals and stuff. And man, there was so much just perpetual online rage from the online play because I guess they're trying to force themselves to play it, and it's just absolutely intolerable. And like a month into that is when the Evo Online announcement came, and they were like, whatever. Is it? Is it? It's like that episode of Tom and Jerry where Jerry is just super depressed, and Tom comes up and like points a gun at his head or whatever, and Jerry's just like, whatever, dude. That was the best meme I saw about it, anyway.
Wow.
Kill me now. Now.
Yeah, man, that cartoon is dark. I love it.
Japanese people like that show, or at least they know of the show.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry?
Yeah. I wonder why that is. I think I know why that is. One, it's really good and funny, and two, there's almost no words in it, so it's super easy to localize. Like a subtitle, like a sign that appears in the show, and like that's it.
Yeah, it's like Mr. Bean, right? Like,
yeah, just ship it. It's done.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So you can join Evo Online if you play noted Switch games Skullgirls or MK11. That fucking pony game, Fighting Herds. Is that on Switch?
I don't know actually.
Okay.
It looks like a Switch game.
Yeah.
Ty, quick question about Mortal Kombat 11. There's a new version coming out. Is that like a bundle with all the DLC?
No, it's just like the whole game is updating. So
okay, so if you have it, you get it.
Yeah. There's new There's new characters. You got to buy those on your own.
Is that RoboCop and someone else?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's like a set of like 5 characters. Oh God, who's in it? There's
but they're like the kind of like advertising.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a good time to draw more people into the game.
It's called is it Aftermath, right?
Yeah.
So
I
it's
believe
like,
they're adding a
yeah.
new chapter of story and stuff too.
That's what it. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. So it's like 11.5 or whatever.
Yeah, and I think you get that if you just have the
Wow.
base game.
That's
Maybe.
cool. That's cool.
I'm not sure if that's the story's DLC or not actually, but like the whole game's gonna update.
Wow,
Oh
it's
yeah,
pretty cool.
you can do friendships now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
that's
that.
the thing I saw.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they're adding friendships, like a whole bunch of story content, loads of new characters.
Yeah.
And that's why I was confused. Is like, is this like a brand new? Is it like Smash 4 to Smash Ultimate, or is it just like, like a fighter pack kind of thing? So
Yeah, maybe like on that scale, like Killer Instinct did seasons and stuff.
oh, okay, yeah.
They redid a lot of stuff again, like Street Fighter 4 kept getting updated. So
I know, so you don't go to Street Fighter 5. You just like
I never heard of it.
Go back to Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
Do people like that's never gonna come back from the dead? That's like dead and buried. Never.
Well, they're that's getting new characters too. Even though they released like the final super duper edition, they're like, no, we're doing 5 more characters.
The thing that I like
we're
about
gonna squeeze some more blood from this turnip.
the cool thing about Street Fighter 5, what I heard before the game came out. Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
Before the game came out, the thing that sounded really cool is that they were going to have this in-game currency, and that if you earn enough currency, you could actually just unlock all the DLC just by using that virtual currency. You wouldn't actually have to spend any real money, and that would go on for like years and years and years. Did they actually keep that promise?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's cool.
You have to grind like really hard, but you can get it. Like it used to be, you can get a bunch of the stuff for. You could get the fight money or whatever from doing like the in-game survival modes and stuff. And I did it on PC, and I downloaded like a bot to do it for me, so that was awesome.
Wow.
And then I uninstalled it and never played it again.
But like for Nintendo fans, can you imagine like just grinding out the story mode in Smash, and then you can just like get Banjo for free? It's like that, right? It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the idea is like you play online, you'll get like 50 fight money or whatever.
Yeah.
After a match, and you need like 100,000 or something.
Oh, okay. So it's completely.
So it's like real grinding. Like if you go ham on the game, if you're constantly playing it, it's awesome because you just get these guys.
Right.
Did somebody say Banjo-Kazooie 2?
No.
Okay.
Shit. Japanese one.
Yeah.
Is it just that's literally it, right? Banjo and Kazooie. End of sentence.
Banjo and Kazooie's Daiboken, Big Adventure.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go back to what we were talking about, which is Evo Online. You can join it if you have a PlayStation or an Xbox or a PC. No Switch.
Okay.
No Switch scum allowed.
No Switch games at all.
Yeah, I think they're doing the Mortal Kombat tournament on PlayStation 4, and then Skullgirls and Fighting Herds on PC, and Killer Instinct on Xbox / Windows. It's crossplay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. Please enjoy. Oh yeah, I noticed in Japan that they aren't running the Mortal Kombat tournament.
Really?
It's just the 3 games. Yeah, I was a little surprised.
Kind of makes sense.
Never heard of it. I'm just talking on behalf of the Japanese people. Never
heard of it.
Right. Cool.
Never heard of Killer Instinct either, I guess.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Although there was some small-time VTuber playing Killer Instinct.
It was you, wasn't it, Ty?
Yeah, it was me.
Hey guys, you should check out this guy in Japan. He's really good.
Actually, I don't know who it is, but I have a strong suspicion.
It wasn't me.
I think it's someone you know too, James.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was you when you were asleep. It's like your other half, like Tyler Durden.
Yeah. There we go.
You wake up in the middle of the night and you're a VTuber.
I've it's not like my guilty pleasure. I love VTubers now. there's this one VTuber, Corone. She played the entirety of Doom 64 when it came out.
She,
Yeah,
she,
she.
yes, some 45-year-old fucking bald otaku with a virtual avatar, you know.
Don't ruin it for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Give me 10 years, I'll be there.
All right, right. No, I'm the hamburger.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll do it for me. Next time I'll probably be talking about some fighting games or Doom. We'll see.
Okay. Cool.
Change it up a bit.
Yeah.
All right. And James. What have you been playing?
Yes. Yeah, I've also been playing the new hotness. I think between me and Danny, we got the new hotness checked out. So I downloaded the Bioshock Remastered collection. It's probably not called that. Rearrange those words to actually what it is. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, I got all 3 games for about 6,000 yen from the Japanese eShop. Yes, they are all in Japanese and they're on the Japanese eShop. And obviously, I've never played these games before. I know every single 360 and PS3 owner probably bought this back in the day and talked about it on all the podcasts that I listened to back in 2007, is it?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 2007. I mean, I was in Japan at the time. I was probably listening to like, One Up Yours and, all those kind of, Garnet Lee's podcast, all that kind of good stuff back then, Shane Bettenhausen, all those kind of guys. Probably Mark McDonald, before 8-4 Play. And obviously everybody loved it and it sounded amazing. And I always thought the art style was really interesting. And I thought it looked really nice. But, I was a Wii owner, so, get fucked, as Time might say.
Yes. And James and I had talked about this before too, but it's like, yeah, I had a 360. I had one since 2007, but like this is a game that I had never picked up for whatever reason. I don't know why. Just never did.
But right. It on 13 years later, it came to Nintendo systems. There it is. Yeah. Like they didn't do any kind of Wii side stories or anything on Wii U. Nothing on any of the portable systems. Like literally nothing related to Bioshock, as far as I know.
Right.
So it's pretty cool that we can get all 3 games, HD remastered and looking great and playing great on Switch. And I've only played the first one so far. I'm not actually sure how many hours in. I'm not sure if actually the Switch will tell me how long I've been playing it, because it has to be 10 days, right?
Yeah, and like if you look at your overall list and you sort it by playtime, well, you could kind of, if you remember like the hours played, you could kind of gauge it.
Yeah. I know. Yes, but anyway, I would say I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 hours into it. Man, Bioshock's way down there. So yeah, it's a little bit less than Celeste.
Okay.
Yes, I haven't played it as much as I played Celeste, but yeah, it's getting up there. So I think I played Celeste probably for about 10 or 15 hours. So yeah. And it is amazing. I think this game looks really good. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I did the first 30 minutes. I did a little stream of the first 30 minutes, with my commentary. So all of those reactions that you hear in the commentary are real. Like that is me reacting to playing the game for the first time. So if you're in the same boat as me, give it a watch. I was just so impressed, like how good the art style is. Like it's not just probably maybe games do look. I mean, games do look better now, obviously, but like I don't think much has improved in the terms of like level design and art design, because this game absolutely fucking nails it. And I think thinking back now, this must have been way ahead of its time, like what they made for this game, because it's like an underwater city. In case you didn't know, you land, your plane crash lands in this next to this lighthouse. You go in the lighthouse, you go down, and then you're in this underwater city. And anywhere in the game you can look out of a window and you're underwater, and there's things outside, and it's just like this living, breathing city. Like wherever you are, that you're underwater all the time. And I think that kind of creates a very kind of claustrophobic atmosphere, because you never have any huge open wide places, because there aren't, because you're underwater. There's no like huge forests or something like that. You know, maybe in the third game, because the third game's like, you know, based in the sky. Maybe they obviously you got open air there, but like this one, it's not like that. So it's very dark, and it's very I would say it's more like a horror game. You know, there's lots of kind of you know, shock tactics, you know, like jump scares and stuff.
Yeah, I remember when this came out, I compared it a lot to Doom 3.
Oh,
Doom
Which
3,
is
really?
yeah, which is also another extremely dark, like monsters in a closet, claustrophobic kind of game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lemonade says here too. I remember all the talk about Bioshock back in the day, but the creepiness put me off playing it. Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
it is pretty freaky. I mean, it's like, you know, maybe like something like Silent Hill or something, like the creature design or the character, that kind of thing. Very freaky looking people. You know, the things that you're shooting are human-like, but they're, you know, they're like, I don't know, somewhere between zombies and humans. They're not quite zombies, but you know, they're called, I think they call them splicers.
Yeah.
Which are like, you know, again, mutants, I guess, mutated humans. And they all look weird, and they all talk, and they're saying, you know, kind of crazy, you know, whack job stuff, and it's all very freaky. And you know, you're going down a corridor, and you'll see like a silhouette of somebody doing something horrific, but you have to go down that corridor, and then you go down the corridor, and it's something else that was kind of looking like it wasn't the thing that you thought it was, but then immediately after that, something will jump out and get you anyway. So it's kind of like the, you know, kind of gotcha things. They're very well presented, very well done, and yeah, and the game just looks amazing. I mean, it's like that guy on Danny. Do you remember that guy on Miiverse? It's like the water looks amazing in this game. Like every single one of his posts was like the water looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like I was that Miiverse guy playing Bioshock. I was like, wow, the water's fucking amazing. It's like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah. No,
wow, that
dude,
water
like,
looks really good.
yeah, seriously, watching your videos, like, holy shit. I mean, it looks really good. It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
I mean, there are some parts when there's water like gushing out, and it does look kind of like polygonal, you know, like you can see the kind of triangles in it. But but just kind of the water that you walk through, or the water outside, you know, behind the windows, you know, looks amazing, looks beautiful. So yeah, the story is told. I mean, it does give me some Metroid Prime vibes sometimes, because you've got like these like logs that you're finding, which you kind of find out little bits of the story, and you can listen to them while you're moving around. You'll pick up an audio tape or something like that, and you just hold down A, and you listen to them.
Exactly like Doom 3.
Yeah. Okay. Audio tape things. Yeah. So you know, you find out it'll be something about what the characters in that room were doing, you know, or what kind of horrific things happened in that area. And it kind of like fills in the story. So you get to, you know, you go in a room, there'll be something like horrific on the floor or something that's happened. And then you listen to the audio tape, and it'll kind of fill in the blanks, you know, and then, you know, you can use your imagination for the rest. But like, it's pretty cool. Very well done. So yeah, like level design and the kind of audio logs thing is like, you know, Metroid-y kind of thing, but like the visuals and the horrorness is, you know, like Doom or, you know, Silent Hill, Resident Evil, that kind of thing. But you know, it's a first-person shooter, so you are shooting things in the face.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
or shooting them with like your arm bees.
Yeah,
Or something.
yeah, right, yeah. That's another weird thing. It's like it is a shooter, but you do have magic, and I know this. Ty, I don't want you to spoil this for me, but
Okay.
I'm assuming this will be answered eventually in the story. But like, literally 5 minutes into the story, you come across a vending machine that spits out these
Welcome to the circus of values.
yeah, and it spits out this red syringe full of goop, and
Right.
the character that you're playing just goes like, "Yep," puts it into his arm and pumps it into his veins. I'm like, okay, and then he gains some magical powers from that. To be honest, I don't think I'd do that if I was in his position, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be explained later. Yeah. Well, I hope it is anyway, because that was pretty weird. So yeah, you can fire like flames or ice or electricity, and you can even do things like alter. You know, you can do like telekinesis. You can grab grenades out the air and throw it back at people. You know, like full, you know, Jedi Jedi kind of stuff.
I was about to say that, yeah.
And then the enemies that everyone knows, even if you've never played Bioshock. I mean, I knew about these enemies, the big daddies, right? And these are really powerful enemies that'll just like fuck you up if you're not careful, right? But you can kill them, and there is one of these powers which are called plasmids. Plasmid is the term they use for the magic or whatever, not magic, but the thing that you inject yourself with. And you can actually get plasmids to make the big daddies go on your side. So you can kind of like, another Final Force thing, like doing the Force, mind tricks or whatever. And those guys are protecting the little sisters, which again, I think probably everybody knows about the little sisters, right?
Those things, yeah.
Which are these creepy little girls that kind of follow the big daddies around. And it's weird because like when I first found my first little sister, it was like, you can choose to either slaughter her or, release her.
It's like the most ham-fisted fucking ethical choice in a video game ever.
It's like, well, it's up to you. You can kill this little 5-year-old girl or you can release her. And it's like, well, I don't know what I would choose. And
equal options, right? Be a horrible monster or don't.
Save the little girl? Like, are you fucking nuts? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And the thing, they're trying to make it sound like you'll be way more powerful if you harvest this little girl for her powers. But like, I've been saving all the little sisters, and I'm like fucking ripped. I don't feel underpowered at all. I've got everything I need, and you do get rewarded in other ways for saving them because there's like another character that gives you rewards for saving them. So there's literally like no point of like not saving them. It's weird.
Yeah, I played through this game when it was pretty new on Xbox 360, I think. And like, how far are you in the story? Like, what do you think of the narrative so far?
I just got to the plant lady, or the forest. Or she was in charge of making the trees to grow, underground.
Okay.
And then some shit's gone down, and I
don't remember that at all.
Okay.
I remember a lot of catchphrases though, like "man chooses" and "would you kindly."
There's a lot of British accents in there. There's the guy in your ear kind of thing who's kind of taking you through. Is basically it's Cyrus basically.
Yeah, would you kindly? Well, what else?
Irish fella.
Or 2D2.
Yeah, and I already said, welcome to the Circus of Values. Ugh.
Yeah, there's a lot of kind of creepy fun fair kind of music.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's how you know to find the vending machines.
Yeah. If those kind of things, like what do you call them? Those mannequins or like those dolls that like wooden dolls where the jaw moves up and down. If those kind of things freak you out, there's a lot of things like that in this game.
Sure enough.
But yeah, I like it. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I'm going to go through the games in order as you would expect. I've already got them all, pre-downloaded and everything. So yeah, had to delete NBA. Sorry, Danny.
How dare
40 gigs. 40 gigs for one NBA.
Only 41, man. I mean, and you can create your own player. He looks just like you.
40 gigs for all 3 Bioshock games or NBA. Yeah.
James Allen has a nice comment here talking about Bioshock. It's like the video game version of Waterworld, but without Kevin Costner, and also more successful. Probably true.
Yeah.
It's like you haven't played Waterworld on Virtual Boy.
Right? Come on. Then Metal Mike also has a little comment here. He said, love the first 2. The atmosphere is incredible, but haven't played the 3rd yet. We'll definitely pick the collection up. Yeah, James, like yesterday, I was just looking on the eShop, the Japanese eShop about this, and I was like, man, like I didn't realize, you probably told me, I know you told me, but like that's cheap, man. Like 6,000 for like all 3. They're about 2,500 yen a pop, so you're actually getting a deal, which is something that never happens here.
Well, it's not done by Japanese people. That's why.
Yeah.
it's a foreign publisher. Like, this is called a deal, and then Nintendo Japan's like, what?
Don't get it.
does not compute.
Yeah.
3 games for 2,500 yen. That's 7,500 yen. What are you talking about? But yeah, an absolute deal. And yeah, looking forward to playing the whole trilogy. I mean, I could be talking about Bioshock Infinite like Christmas, knowing the rate I play games, but I'll try my best.
Right.
I want to play at least all 3 this year.
Good luck.
So yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, I do want to play. Like I said before, I do want to buy Clubhouse Games. Maybe we can play online or something like that, Danny.
Yeah, I think so. You can, but
you can.
Yeah. Some of it's kind of limited, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, that's going to do it for new business. So we're going to go ahead and move right on to now playing at Famicast.com. So now playing at Famicast.com, always we got a lot of different stuff going up. This week, kind of a hodgepodge of some weird stuff. So recently, I've been playing through the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers on the GameCube.
Wow.
And you're probably thinking to yourself,
yeah,
you're probably thinking to yourself, why? I don't know. Like it's just one of those things. Like it's a game I played back in the day. I absolutely loved it, and picked up the Japanese version like a couple years ago. And then to like this week, I picked up a bunch of weird stuff. Like I found, for the video viewers, you can actually see this, but I found this DVD for sale. It's just a DVD with like some of the stuff that, like the making of the stuff for the game, which is actually already included in the game itself, but they have it on a separate DVD. And I'm curious as like, why does this thing exist? Why is this still sealed shut after like 17 years? Should I open it? Or should I leave it shut? I don't know. So you guys got to help me out on that.
All of this and more. And the Famicast deck. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did a retro review. I did some gameplay of the whole game. I put some chapters in the YouTube video so you can kind of skip around and you could see like each individual levels. Cool. And that's seriously, that's a cool thing too. With the last episode, chapters are a new thing now on YouTube. So like we can actually, not just on the audio show, there's actually chapters on the video version as well, so that you can check out the show that way. So
Lemonade in the chat says, open it.
Yeah. Okay, I might do that later. James, what's coming up, man?
All right. So yeah, like I said, in my new business, I got the first 30 minutes of Bioshock up there for you. Check it out. And this month's Patreon exclusive show is The Games That Made Us, volume, I want to say 9, my chapter 3. So yeah, it's the third chapter of my life anyway. So yeah, that's coming up this year. Yeah, definitely this year. This month. So yeah, look forward to it. I think in the last chapter I was maybe about 7 or 8 years old. So we're going into like home consoles now, big boy consoles. So yeah, should be fun. Should be good times. Cool. Danny, did you talk about your Clubhouse Games videos?
Oh, shit. Yeah. I kind of mentioned in new business, but we have some gameplay up of just a couple of the mini games, and then I did a special video just about the bowling. I didn't see very much stuff about it. That's why I made it. So hopefully you can just check it out if you're curious about the bowling. If you're new to the channel and you saw like, hey, I love bowling, then, well, we do more than bowling here, but yeah, enjoy, ? So
all of this in there. Maybe.
That's right. All right, James. I think you know what time it is.
It's JAPANews. Sorry, I almost thought it was garbage time. I got confused.
Right, nice save.
I was ready to open up my garbage bag. Let me just close that up again. Sorry.
Tie it up. Starting to stink.
Stinks a bit. Yeah. It's JAPANews, isn't it?
Right. So this is the time of the show. We're going to talk about all the latest and greatest happenings of Nintendo and Japan and video games and all that stuff. And I think this first bit of news is right up Ty's alley. This is about a game that he absolutely loves.
Right.
And
I love the trolling. Love it.
Ty, let's go for it, man.
Yeah. Let's go. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. A game I would charitably describe as very bad. As a release date, August 27th. The game is getting a physical release in Japan, though there's no word if that will happen in the West. FFCC will feature online cross-platform play between Switch, mobile, and the PS4.
Huh.
I reviewed this game when it came out. You can read my review on Planet GameCube.
Yeah. What do you give it? Do you remember?
I gave it like a 6 out of 10, and I wanted to give it like way less.
Wow.
It was wild. Like I thought I was gonna get like a ton of like hate mail responses because it was such a big deal at the time. It's like the first
Right.
game Square was releasing on Nintendo in many years,
Yeah.
and like we got like Planet GameCube. Now, of course, Nintendo World Report got like several review copies. I think.
Oh, was
Or
that
no,
Billy going to Japan?
yeah, no, they were import copies from our sponsor at the time, some online retailer. I don't know if
Oh.
it's still around. Uh, anyway, the other people reviewed it gave it like 9 or whatever, and I'm like, wow, this game fucking sucks dick. And, like, I wanted to give it like a 3 or 4 out of 10. Like,
Oh my God.
it was.
Why
Okay.
did you? We told not to do that?
No. I just thought there was gonna be like a huge backlash, and I mean, I still give it an abysmal score of like 6 out of 10 or 5 out of 10, and
Yeah.
and
Back in the day, that was a 0. That was like
yeah,
equivalent of a 0.
right. And like the thing is, like there was no hate. There were no people disagreeing with me in the comments.
That's a
And I'm
shame.
like,
You were probably
yeah,
very disappointed by that.
yeah, and I was kinda, but I was kind of disappointed that I didn't rate it lower.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
well, Chris Blackstone says wrong, by the way.
Wrong.
Um, if I'm doing a review and I think about giving a game like a 3 or something like that, like for me, like the base is like a 5 means it's playable.
right.
Like no bugs and stuff like that. It starts going below that if there are like really terrible things that make the game unplayable for me.
Right.
So I mean, I could see, you absolutely hating this game. I bought this game back in the day. I played it. I thought it was cool. The one time I got to play it with another person was really fun. I thought that
Right.
was cool.
Oh,
But like,
I had the full setup with like GBAs and link cables and shit.
yeah,
Like, and I still fucking hated it.
yeah.
But there was one thing that was amazing about it.
Mhm.
The water looked amazing.
It did.
It did.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It was the best looking water I'd seen up until that point. But man, I fucking hate that game. Like okay, so some issues it had, I would assume they would fix by the year of our Lord 2020. Is
Yeah.
there are these huge bosses. They're like full screen, and like if you get behind them, they fucking block the camera. There was no transparency or anything.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone who came to Japan between the years of whatever 2004 to 2010 bought this game. I think they actually gave it to you at customs when you came to Japan.
Yeah, seriously, the first time I came to Japan, I bought it. I bought the long box set with like the game and the adapter.
Was
I
it
mean,
like
yeah. I mean, I got it for like
50
what,
yen?
800 yen or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This huge, beautiful white box, and it's got cables. It's got the game in it. It's like, how can you resist? It's like it's a GameCube game, and it's really cheap, and it looks beautiful,
Yeah.
And you play it.
Right.
Chris has a couple other things to say too. He says, "Yeah, I mean, yeah, you do need a lot of peripherals to enjoy it, but it is a great multiplayer game."
No, actually, it's not.
Oh,
Okay,
man,
so
you should have given it a 3, man, and then that you would have gone down in history. Like Fran Mirabella on IGN, who gave Double Dash a 7,
7.9.
7.9, and he got so much fucking
It
hate,
wasn't even-
and he was
it wasn't even
right.
that-
right.
Yeah, it wasn't even that bad of a score. 7.9, that's not that bad. But I guess that mental image, you're like, oh my god, a 7 in a Mario Kart game? This is horseshit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Jim Sterling gave like Mario Kart 7, the 3DS one. He gave that like a 6 or something like that. He got so much fucking hate for it, but he's bang on the money. It's a very average game.
Right.
Another comment from Chris here too about it, just maybe before we wrap up Crystal Chronicles. One thing real bad about it was if you start a multiplayer game and then drop a player, the difficulty doesn't scale down, so it gets really hard. So
that's weird.
Who cares?
Weird.
I'm not done complaining about this game yet. Okay. The bucket mechanic, like the core of the game, was bad. Like one person has to be the bucket bitch and carry it around, and they're not allowed to have fun.
Oh, there was that.
Yeah, Yeah,
Bucket
that was the most annoying part of the game, probably. Besides not being able to see where you're going sometimes.
Do we know any actual details about this game? Because I talked to the producer at TGS, whenever that was, 2000, was that in 2019, 2018? I can't remember.
Had to be 19.
And I asked him, will one person always have to carry the bucket around? And he looked coy and he says, we'll tell you sooner, nearer to the release. And I don't know. I still don't know the answer to that question.
Weird.
So
I haven't heard anybody
have they
complaining
fixed
about
that?
it or praising a decision, so it leads me to believe that they haven't really decided anything on that yet.
Yeah, I don't know. The look in his eyes made it look like they were thinking about doing something about that, like making it automatic or something like that. But I don't know.
Right. And there's one more complaint I have about the game. The way you level in the game. I don't remember exactly how it works, but it's like they they arbitrarily made it a competitive thing in this extremely cooperative game, and it didn't really fit, and it felt bad. Like what? Like when you finish the area, like the person who did the most X gets like
Right.
another heart or whatever. I don't remember how the system worked, but
Hmm.
it also seemed kind of bad.
Okay.
All right, I'm done complaining about this game.
Okay, just for
Next.
the record, Scott did say that he is a fan of this game when I was talking to him about this the other day. So we'll just leave it
Okay.
at that.
Who?
Oh,
Yeah, right. Who?
right.
Yes. All right. Next up, James, could you take that little bit there?
Oh man, I miss Cyrus.
Right.
The Pokemon expansion pack for Pokemon Sword and Shield is set to release on June 17th. Good news for Pokemon fans? Question mark, I guess.
Yeah.
So this is like a whole new expansion, a paid it. You have to pay for this, right? And then
Yeah.
it's like a whole extra island, I believe.
Yeah. I've been,
and-
yeah. I don't like to just like shit on stuff just because, especially with stuff that I don't care about. Because I mean, I know there are people out there that like Pokemon or whatever, and they might be excited about this. I really don't care. I don't think any of us care, and that's fine. But
they're gonna add some more Pokemon back into it, right?
Something like that. This is actually like a 2-part thing. If you buy that expansion pass, you get this part that's coming out now, and then a part that's coming out later in the year, I believe. If I'm wrong, sign up in the comments, call me an idiot. That's
Fair
fine.
enough. Fair enough. Having an expansion instead of having to buy a whole new game, that's a good start for Pokemon.
Exactly. It's not like that whole yellow crystal dynamic that they had back in the day too, right? So
or Black and White and then Black and White 2.
Yeah.
Didn't even try with that one, did they?
Nope.
And then Sun, and then was it Ultra Sun? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I guess, like you said, I think it really behoove us to have Cyrus on the show about right now, right?
It's like you'd have to buy four games at 40 bones each if you wanted to have all the content, Sun, Moon, and then Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. That's 4 fucking packages. This one you buy one game and then you buy the expansion. That's it. Be happy.
Well, moving on. Yeah, moving on. This is something that all of us, I'm sure, are really excited about. Actually, I am kind of excited about. But the future of gaming is coming very soon.
Finally.
PlayStation 5 reveal. Look at the actual games and stuff like that for the PlayStation 5. It's happening in Japan time, Friday, June 12th at 5 a.m. Japan time. Good luck to anybody here in Japan getting up to watch that.
There you go. It's before work. What more do you want?
Oh, God, it's like an hour long. I don't want to get up at 5 o'clock.
Wake up 2 hours before you usually do. Watch a conference and then go back to sleep. Miss work. Get fired. Brilliant.
Right. So I'll just have to, just check it out later, I guess. But yeah, should be interesting. So
actually, that kind of leads nicely into the next thing, because I believe the PS5 event was delayed because of the protests that were happening in the US.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that you could do, everyone who's listening should do this, is that the Black Lives Matter support bundle on itch.io. I've got a recent news. Well, no, this is 5 days ago. 5 days ago, they'd raised $45,000 with this.
Dude, I have some news about it. They also added some more games.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, there was 750 games.
Yeah,
I think it's hold on. I have this
I
in
am
the
on
windows
their
somewhere.
page right now. They have 1,000 games.
What?
Right.
It's
Yeah. They recently added Octodad, Celeste, Nuclear
What?
Throne. Yes.
Holy shit.
And I already paid into it, and if you already paid into it, you still get those.
Yeah. No, it says on here buy 1,427 items for $5, regularly $7,875. They've already raised about $3.8 million.
Oh wow! So my news article is way out of date.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So, I
Holy
mean,
shit. That's amazing.
yeah. So if you want to support, Black Lives Matter, and we really think that you guys should, this is definitely one way that you can do that, and you get a whole crap load of games as well. So there you go.
Even if you don't, even if you just support like getting 1,000 fucking games for $5,
I mean, yeah,
like you could do that too.
yeah.
It's a no-brainer, guys. It's a no-brainer.
And
And
like
yeah,
you can pretend your money isn't going to a good cause, but it is.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the games was Semblance, which I remember playing at BitSummit with and we interviewed the developer. It was pretty cool. Guy from South Africa.
Right.
And yeah, that's part of the bundle. That's a good game.
Oh yeah.
Semblance. And another and plus another 1,000 games.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Even if you only download like 5 of them, fucking hell, man. $5. Jesus Christ.
The first one I downloaded was The Night We Riot.
So James Allen asks, what color do we reckon the PS5 will be? Black, white, mixed race?
Oh my god.
I think that's a good question.
I was gonna say like neon pink, but okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be cool. Maybe well, the controller's white.
Yeah, but then if you look at the controller and like the new kind of images, it looks like it's black. Some people are like, oh, it's because it's dark. It's like, I don't know. I bet they'll have like, maybe, I don't know. It'd be kind of silly to have multicolored consoles at launch unless you're Nintendo.
Like the GameCube?
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, it's just not very economical. It doesn't seem like it, but
I would love it if Sony they were gonna release a white one and then they changed their mind because of recent events. That would be awesome.
They just go with indigo/purple, just like Nintendo.
Yeah, Chris says he would go for purple if the PS5 color.
Absolutely.
How about clear?
Clear purple. Got it.
Ooh.
If they made that new Xbox clear, it would look like one of those fucking PCs that do you remember those transparent tower PCs they had in fucking early 2000s?
Yeah.
Like that. All right then. So yeah, buy the bundle.
Yep.
$5. What the fuck's what?
Yeah.
What are you
I
doing?
gave them 10.
Yeah.
You can pay a little extra if you want.
Alrighty.
All right, James. I hear something coming on down.
Oh shit! Yes, I can hear it.
Oh. Did you hear it? Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
I love the Rock. He was so good when he had his sideburns.
So, yes, it is garbage time, boys. It is the garbage bag of goodness, and this is the regular feature, which I hope at least one person likes, where I go to the bottom of the barrel of the eShop, the American eShop, and look for some hot garbage for a total of $1 or less.
Right. Kind of hard to follow up the 1,000 games for $5.
I know. This is. I mean, I feel like I should just like throw this whole thing in the trash because you're not going to beat it. Because this money, I mean, I don't know. It might go to support some people who support that, but I don't know. Can't promise that.
Goes to some impoverished indie game developers.
Yeah, exactly. That's for sure. Okay. Just bear with me 1 second. I can't actually find the fucking thing here at the moment. What the hell? I found it. There it is.
Huh?
Garbage bag of goodness.
All right.
So we're not going to get quest for the golden duck. I believe we've had that before.
Okay, of course. Duh. Who could forget?
So we're not going to do that one. That's 3 cents if you really want that. No, we're going to go straight for Ubermosh : Omega. This is a retro hardcore top-down masterpiece, which was created carefully created during 5 years of community feedback. I thought he was going to say community service. Carrying over 4K sprites. Now, I think 4K sprites doesn't mean like 4K HD. I think it means literally, 8K, 4K, like, old style K.
Or there are 4,000 different ones.
All that. Rated T for teen. Okay, so this is an overhead twin stick shooter, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
But man, this is hard to understand what the fuck's going on, isn't it?
So you have like a bow that you're carrying around, or is that a shield?
Yeah, this is some Robotron stuff going on right now.
Yeah, I like my Robotron, but
man, that background is going to give me fucking seizures, though. Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of sprite blood.
Yeah, it's like, wow, it's a little bit messy. But it's smooth, and it's fast. And it's 9 cents. So,
yeah, I mean...
Oh, yeah, do it.
Yeah,
that looks like a no-brainer.
Just, we have a complaint from one of the customers, James. James Allen says, hey, I got ripped off on Ski Sniper last week. Cost me £1.16 in the UK. What the hell, dude?
Oh, man, that Ski Sniper wasn't that expensive on the US one, was it? It was 49 cents.
Learn how to get some freedom bucks there, Mr. Allen, and then maybe you would avoid that.
Yeah. Shop with caution. When buying trash, always go for the Americans because they got a lot of trash over there.
Yes.
Wow, a lot of playable characters. Anyway, Ubermosh Omega. Yeah, why the hell not? Throw that in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
We've had Ding Dong XL.
Obviously.
That's a classic. Next one we'll go for Laser Galaxy : Rebel Story.
Oh, excuse me, Lazy Galaxy.
Oh shit, Lazy. Yeah, you're right. Shit, Lazy Galaxy.
I mean, Laser Galaxy sounded a little too badass, so they had to tone it down.
Right. So this is a shmup. This is R-Type, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
Lazy Galaxy Rebel Story. Nice pixel art.
Yeah, that's a happy-looking robot right there.
Rated E for everyone.
E10.
E10.
Okay. So
yeah, that does look really R-Type. You have a thing on the front of your ship, or behind it. Can't tell.
I mean, it's a little sharper than like NES R-Type. It's got a little bit more colors to it. What's this? Step 3: make them pay. Okay.
Make them pay. All right, I like it.
Yeah, look, this looks legit. Was it 10 cents? This one? 10 cent? Chinese publisher. Shoot 'em up. Oh, Shoot 'em Up was roguelike elements. There you go, Danny.
Oh, so it's like that one other game I was playing. What was it called?
Brilliant.
I think Galaxy? It also... One more?
Galaxy?
I think...
No,
there was another roguelike shmup game I was playing. I was going pretty hard on it. And I think it's out on Switch. I don't remember.
Sounds great.
Listen to some Famicast from like 18 months ago.
Right.
About it back then.
Anyway, that was Lazy Galaxy Rebel Story, and it's 10 cents. I would say go for that. 10 cent like fucking R-Type game. Why the hell not?
I think I'll do it if I have 10 cents in my account.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
Spoiler alert.
No, that's literally the game name. The game's name is Spoiler alert.
That's a fun looking title art.
Yeah, it used to be $5. It's now 10 cents again. So we can easily get this one in the bag.
Oh shit! I'm 100% engaged by this tagline here.
The platformer.
Yeah. You play in reverse. Forget the classic tropes; they'll be used against you. So it makes me think I want to be the guy.
Okay.
Right. Right? That game uses all the tropes against you, and it's so fucking funny. And is this game barking up the same tree?
When you pick this game up, it's already been beaten. The big boss has been defeated, and the coins are collected, and the princess has been rescued. So yeah, you're literally playing this game from the end and finishing at the start. That's a very novel concept. Let's see what it looks like. It looks like a Flash game.
That's fine.
It's fine. It's a little bit better than that. It's a little bit sharper.
Yeah, I do like the art style.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look like complete trash. It looks one step above, I guess. You play the game. So this is
that
okay.
a hot dog? No. Okay.
Now it's time to play it in reverse. Okay. Not sure about the platforming physics here. Unshoot your fireballs. Okay. I swear there was another game like this. This is not a wholly original concept. I've heard of this concept before, playing a game in reverse. Like maybe a shoot 'em up did this, where you have to get. Maybe even Greg talked about on RFN, where you have to actually line up your ship and like collect the bullets coming back into your ship. You know what I mean? So it's like playing R-Type in reverse.
Yeah.
So this is like playing a platform in reverse. I don't know. I guess the concept is good. Not sure if the execution would be fun. But it's 10 cents if you want to take the risk. I mean, if you want to give it a shot, why the hell not? 10 cents, can't go wrong.
For 10 cents, I'd do it.
Played in reverse.
97% off.
Spoiler alert. That was called spoiler alert. I think we've had Lines Infinite. Okay. Burnstar. Let's go for Burnstar. Not no. No. Let's go for Burnstar. I think we do. Yeah, I got Burnstar. Burnstar is 29 cents.
Oof, getting a little pricey.
Used to be $3. Burnstar is a challenging, fast-paced action puzzle game that will get your brain blistering and set your fingers aflame. Wow. That sounds like litigation waiting to happen.
Hell yeah, fire.
Use explosives and powers to cause maximum damage to the work sites of Evil Inc.
Yes!
Appreciate that. He's got co-op and with friendly fire. Okay. Oops, sorry. Let me just go back there. What the hell is this game? Is it Bomberman? Is it?
Yeah, maybe kind of like a
puzzle
kind of game? Or is it?
It does look like Bomberman. Yeah. It's got some Bomberman-looking guys here. Quick sprint, damage shield, freeze obstacles, clone, teleport.
Okay, they have different abilities. All right.
Yeah, this does look like Bomberman. You can see the bomb explosions there.
Yeah.
The last time I played a Bomberman-like game that wasn't Bomberman, it wasn't very good.
What was that called, Danny? It was one of the first games we reviewed for the Famicast, wasn't it?
Yeah, what the hell? Because there's an English localized name. I totally forgot what it was called. But yeah, early 2000, like May 2017 Bomberman clone published by Nintendo in North America and Europe, I think.
Wow. You guys haven't played the Bomberman arcade game with the girls with the exploding clothes?
Oh,
is that on the Vita?
Is it called Bomber Girls?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I did get a chance to play that. It was pretty silly. It actually ended up playing more like a MOBA kind of game where you're pushing against another team to try to blow up their core.
Blow up their clothes, yeah.
Yeah, and blow up their clothes.
I don't know about this Burnstar because it looks pretty good, but there's no video, so I'm not sure how to play.
Bonestorm.
Yeah, Bonestorm.
Hi, Tony. What's up, bud?
Oh, this is an interesting point from Lemonade in the chat. He says games in the Australian eShop don't get much cheaper than $1.50. Yeah. UK shop may be about the same. Yeah, I think the UK one, it's like 80 pence, 70 pence is about the cheapest you get. You don't get anything like fucking 4 cents or whatever. Yeah. The American one literally has 1 cent games, right?
Yeah. I think, only in America. We've talked about this before. In the Japanese eShop, there is no way that somebody's going to devalue their stuff to that.
Yeah, it's 100 yen is the minimum on the Japanese one.
Yeah.
But somebody did a YouTube video about this, like the techniques that people are doing. Well, we've talked about this on the show. We've exposed these underhanded tactics before, where they put a game on for 1 cent. Ty's taken advantage of this, right? You bought like some music game.
Yeah,
it was really good. Like a $30 music game, and they put it for like 30 cents for like a couple of days. Get it right to the top of the charts, whack it back up to 30 bones. And it's like, oh yeah, it was like that all along, guys. Yeah. You should buy it for $30, like everybody did. Wink, wink. So yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
I don't know. Did too. Like even NBA 2K, like we've talked about that in the last episode, that was down so low that it was on the top of the eShop here in Japan for a long time. It's still like in the top whatever 30.
Top of the eShop, as Irish might say. So okay, we may or may not put Burnstar in the bag, but I'll just look at one more game because we've got another expensive game. This one's 39 cents.
Damn.
And it's called The Rains Down Players. And it looks pretty cute. It's a creativity-driven RPG about a rundown theater and pleasing its unruly clientele.
I've seen this before. Who made
Oh
this
shit!
game?
Oh shit! Has this been in the bag before?
I don't remember if I saw it here or elsewhere.
This doesn't look familiar to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I saw this on Twitter because of reasons. Maybe someone I know is involved with it. Maybe.
So, it kind of looks like Undertale or Earthbound or something, but like maybe a little bit less so.
Yeah, no animations for walking, like no movement.
Yeah, they're definitely going for Earthbound / Undertale.
Yeah.
Dodging bottles. Okay. So we're looking at like a stage, like a stage play in kind of pixel format, you know. Okay, so I guess it's got lots of different kind of ways to play, like sword fighting.
Yeah, maybe you have to do a sequence of things to
advertising.
complete the stage play.
Right. Singing. Oh, a little music game built in there as well. The octopus behind the bar definitely looks like Undertale.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, wow, it's got a pirate game built in there and a card game.
Ooh, dungeon exploring.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like there's a lot of stuff in this game.
Yeah, I appreciate the effort on this one.
Ooh.
It's probably done by like one guy, right? Oi! Yeah, I mean, if you like RPGs and you don't want to spend more than 39 cents on it, why the hell not? The Rains Down Players.
Yeah. Does it have the developer or publisher on the screen?
Stephen O'Gorman.
One Maybe.
Maybe. Stephen O'Gorman. Yeah, well, it is literally one guy. Yeah, I would put that maybe over the Bomberman thing, but I don't know. Maybe if you can find some video of that, what was the Bomberman game called again? Burn something.
Bone Storm.
Fire.
Bone Storm. Burnstar.
Burnstorm.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make the choice between Burnstorm or whatever. Let's just call it Bone Storm or the Rains Down Players. Yeah, I would say Rains Down Players, and that would get the bag nicely filled up. Yeah, I think we're quite close to 99 cents there, actually. There you go. It's a nice full bag of garbage. But if you do buy any garbage, proceed with caution. Don't spend too much on the garbage. Only pay the price that I tell you. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Not a cent more.
My dollar, no.
Right. Exactly. Yes. And anyway, you should be saving your pennies for the Black Lives Matter bundle anyway. So
yeah. Right. Where the hell am I going to get 500 pennies?
Right. Yeah. Back to you in the studio, Danny.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for the old JC's Garbage Bag of Goodness. Next up, we have a little bit of a special feature from our very own Ty. Before we get into that, obviously, if you've seen, we've been talking about it a couple of times throughout the episode already, but just to be perfectly clear, we absolutely support Black Lives Matter.
Right.
I think it goes without saying some of the crazy shit that's been happening over the past couple of weeks is terrible and inexcusable. And I really hope that some changes can be made, not just in America, but, all over the planet. And it's kind of cool to see a lot of different groups and stuff getting together and, kind of working together and making some things happen. But speaking of making some things happen, Ty, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, so behind the scenes, we're working on some things. Like James was asking, hey, what are the best games where you kill cops?
Who said that?
not us.
It wasn't us, some other guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Danny encouraged us to reel it in a little. So so I thought we would do two things. One, we should have like a kind of life in Japan segment where we talk about how is Black Lives Matter seen over here in Japan and what's going on. And the other thing is, how do we engage with the police in video games?
Ah, right, yeah. That's good. Yeah, so Black Lives Matter in Japan. It was a thing actually. I was quite proud of.
There's
Japanese
been
folk.
there's been some big demonstrations like in Tokyo and Osaka.
Yeah.
You got some weeaboos, complaining, don't bring that over to Japan. I came to Japan.
I saw that guy on Twitter and he got dogpiled.
Oh.
Imagine being a foreign immigrant and like shitting on minorities. Like, are you serious, dog? Are you for real?
Right.
The entire circus.
He just came here for anime boobs. He doesn't want any of this shit. That was his opinion. Good luck to him.
Right.
He's dead now.
Yeah, there was the thing I believe is in Shinjuku, like cops like fucking arrested some foreign guy. I think he was from Turkey. He was Kurdish, and for like pretty much literally nothing, and some protesters showed up about that.
Yeah, which is generally pretty surprising. Usually, you don't see a lot of stuff like that happen in Japan. I mean, obviously, I don't think it was anywhere as big as what you would see, outside of Japan. That's just kind of like typically the nature of how things go here with that.
Yeah, people don't really protest or don't complain about anything.
Yeah,
it's like we've talked about that in other episodes.
Yeah, I mean,
people don't complain.
I've seen a few protests in my years, like when Abe and his government kind of broached reeling back the non-aggression part of thing. Yeah, there were some protests about that. A lot of old ladies actually, so that was kind of nice.
Actually, around that time, I went to Nagoya, I think. I was somewhere out in another place, and it was just me and my wife, and there was this guy. He was part of some protest, but he was kind of off by himself, and he was just like screaming things like, "The Emperor's wife's Korean! She's not even Japanese!" And I was like, "Wait, what?" I don't know. Just weird. He was like, I couldn't catch everything he was saying, but he was just saying a bunch of like other just like kind of racist stuff. I don't know. I just kind of tried to steer clear. I was hoping he didn't look at me and just like come at me or something. I mean, if he did, big deal. What's he gonna do? Call me names? I don't give a shit.
That's the thing. Most Japanese racism is not directed at us. It's directed at Koreans and Chinese.
Yeah,
yeah.
We kind of get off lightly, I guess, compared to those guys.
Right.
Although when I lived in Ibaraki, those fucking black van assholes would come up and protest at the schools.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So day off for me whenever that happened.
Everyone should be singing the national anthem every morning, right?
Right.
Yeah. Nah, dog. And I remember years back there were some protests over like international copyright law or something. It was probably TPP when that was coming up. There were some dudes protesting in Akihabara about it. That was cool. I was there. I gave him a big thumbs up when I went by.
Yeah, I mean, with Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, like I have a student. He's like a 21-year-old kid. And I made sure to bring this up with him in our most recent lesson, just because I think there's a lot of just confusion or just general, just people just don't know like what this all means or something,
Yeah.
So like I just tried to, and of course too, being this the white guy in Japan, it's like, hey, what the hell do I know? So it's like, I try to read as much as I possibly can, try to be informed as much as I possibly can on this stuff, so I'm not just like spreading some kind of other bullshit or something. This kid.
Well, no matter how little you know, Danny, you probably know more than most Japanese people. That's for sure.
Yeah,
they're like, wow, black people are getting a really hard deal this week, and only this week. It's like
right.
Racism started last week, apparently.
Yeah, it only started when like the video recorder was invented.
Right. Yeah, but you'll be surprised, especially with younger Japanese people. I mean, they're paying attention to social media more so than like people that are our age that are Japanese, probably. So they're kind of like they're more ear to what's going on like around the world and stuff. Like this kid, he kind of surprised me. He's like, yeah, he's kind of explaining. He's like, yeah, I kind of know what all this is about. Da 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 da. I was like, okay, well, hey, good for you, kid.
There's a guy that I follow. He's a Japanese guy, but he lives in America, and he retweeted a Japanese tweet that was explaining all about Black Lives Matter in Japanese. So I shared that with my student. It's like, this explains it way better than I could in Japanese. So like, read that. That was good. So yeah, some of my students appreciated that. they were like, okay, we get it. I think we get it a little bit more now.
Yeah.
Right. Something I've experienced is in the workplace when like during teaching, if something comes up like Martin Luther King, or when the cops murder another black person in America, like uh it my coworkers have kind of like tiptoed around it until like I bring it up, like, oh, we don't know how you feel about this. How do you feel about teaching about Dr. King? Because you're white. And I'm like, come on. He's like, I have to explain, like, yes, I 100% support the protesters. That Martin Luther King is one of the world's greatest heroes.
Yeah.
Etc. Etc. So, like, I think maybe among the other people, the older Japanese folks, they may have a kind of gnarly idea that it's like white versus black.
Yeah.
When I don't believe it's that way at all. How about you guys?
Yeah, I'm kind of had people ask me similar type of questions too, because like you said, sometimes in textbooks they talk about Martin Luther King. Like in the junior high textbook, there's
Right.
a part about Stevie Wonder and about like what he did to help out like apartheid and South Africa and stuff. But it's like, honestly, I had no idea until I saw that textbook about any of that stuff, because that's just something they never taught me in school. So shame on the education system in America, I guess. But
it's funny because we had the last episode of Life in Japan. I mean, if you're not a patron, you might not know, but we actually, one of our downloadable characters, Reggie, is an African American guy, but you have to be a Patreon to download him. And we were talking about how we're treated in Japan and stuff like that, and it is different. Black people, they even though Japanese people hate all foreigners. I'm kidding, but like they do hate certain ones more, and black people do get a more rough deal than we do here, even here.
Absolutely.
So they're not like getting shot or beaten like they're in America, but they do have a bad deal. So yeah, Japan is obviously a lot safer. It's a safer country, but you got to watch out. You got to protect your black brothers, man. You got to make black friends and help and support them, help them, protect them. It's always a good idea.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it okay if that's all the Life in Japan stuff?
Sure.
All right, let's talk about cops in game.
Cops.
All right.
Oh, the TV show Cops is now being taken off the air, by the way. I found that out today. That's crazy. Bad boys. Not anymore.
Yeah. Now's the time to get in your video game related cracks about the events going on in America. I heard they set up Outer Heaven in Seattle. Right?
Outer Heaven, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
the fucking what do they call it? The autonomous zone.
What?
Yo, this is real. Okay, they
this is MGS2 bullshit, isn't it?
No, in Seattle, the police abandoned a police station. Protesters have barricaded a multi-block segment of the city, and no cops allowed. It's an autonomous zone.
Wow.
I thought you were talking about video games.
No, I mean, the first thing I think of is like, from here on out, you can call this place Outer Heaven. So that's real.
Police station with no cops in. I thought you were going to talk about Resident Evil 2.
Oh, yeah. So I was thinking, so over the week I was thinking, how do you engage with cops in video games? Like,
well, if it's GTA 5, they're pretty much the enemy, aren't you?
Right, yeah.
Because they're going to fuck with everything you do.
Run until you have guns.
Right.
It's like, fucking hell, man. I accidentally ran over 3 guys in my car and you want to arrest me? Give me a break.
Come on. Or, I started thinking, like, in video games, generally the cops never help you.
Right.
Right. I mean, yeah, GTA is like the extreme example,
Right.
If you accidentally bump someone with your car, like everyone has been known to do from time to time.
In real life or the game?
Yes.
Yes.
But I think of a game where they're more like a system in place. Like I've been thinking of Skyrim a lot, and the guards in that game, they're pretty bog standard cops, right? They don't have a lot going on with them, but they do provide some interesting insights into the society that Bethesda has cooked up. So, like, okay, have you guys played Skyrim much?
I have it on Switch. I played for 2 or 3 hours. That's all of them.
Okay. Did you ever make it down to Riften, one of the cities?
If is it really early on?
It can be.
I made it to like the first big city that you can go to, and that was about it.
Okay. But
Probably
okay,
not.
so like you go to Riften, it's like the big city in the southeast corner. And you go there and the guard at the gate, the first fucking cop you see there, he tries to shake you down for money.
Wow.
Yeah, and that it's kind of like a brilliant preface to exactly how that fucking city works. It's crooked as fuck, right? Like the whole city is run by like these like a cartel booze operations pretty much, and like the rabble rousing thieves that live under the city. But then I thought about it more. Like mostly they're just standing around with their one-liners like, "Oh, arrow in the knee," or like if you accidentally pick up a fork, they like come and kill you. Um,
Sounds about right.
but a lot of them are pretty fucking crooked. Like, if you fucking join the Assassin's Guild, like, every now and then they'll whisper to you like, "Hail Sithis." It's like, holy shit, this guy's a fucking psycho, and it's just like a random guard.
I thought we were just going to talk about Duke Nukem, because that's like,
Oh yeah. I mean,
that's literally the one good thing that Randy Pitchford, right?
I was George Broussard is the 3D Realms guy.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Randy Pritchard, the guy who's kind of recently a bit of a nut job, bit of a dickhead, but he was responsible for putting lard on all the cops instead of LAPD. It was lard, LARD. If you go back and look.
Yeah, like every fucking pig cop is
Yeah.
literally a pig cop.
Oh yeah, they're actually pigs as well. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's just fun.
That flew over my head as a kid, but yeah. But yeah, good times.
Right. So, but back to my point, like in a typical video game, in whatever world you navigate, like the police almost never help you, or if they do,
Right.
it's like in like a totally ineffectual, superficial way. Like if a fucking dragon like swoops down on Skyrim, or whatever city you're in, they'll attack it, but they're just like regular jerk off NPCs. They don't have any cool abilities. Like, so what you have to do is never trust the police. Only trust your fist.
Words to live by.
Right?
Perfect.
It's that fucking viral Streets of Rage screen cap. I don't even know if the game actually says that, but yeah, words to live by.
What does it say again? The police car thing?
Only trust your fist. The police will never help you.
Right.
Right?
We saw some real life Streets of Rage on Twitter, right?
Oh yeah.
That fucking boxer taking people out. It's crazy.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And with the fucking Peace Howard theme over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good memeing.
Right.
Or you play as the cops, because like there's a recent Nintendo game. Shit, I'm blanking on the name now. Astral Chain. Yeah, you play as the cops in that game.
Yep, sure enough. Now I'm thinking of like fucking Sleeping Dogs and Narc and stuff where you're a cop and you just don't follow the rules. You don't obey any laws. You just shoot people with rocket launchers.
God.
In Crackdown, are you cops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just
And in Saints Row, you're the president of the United States.
Yeah. And you shoot a lot of cops and you get elected for it.
And you can fly in the air.
Yeah. Holy shit.
That's an avatar-based game, right? You can create whatever character you want.
That's right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, that's how it was since the first game.
I think 3 and 4 are on Switch now, right, Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good games. I highly recommend them. It gets really silly by the
Yeah.
fourth one, but it's
Yeah.
still really good.
Yeah.
Wow. So why do you think that the cops can't be trusted in video games either? Do you think it's like probably because the developers think that way, or
yeah, it's kind of a maybe it is a reflection on society,
or just the people that are making them, right?
Right. There's another thing. I'm not sure what kind of point this is going to lead into. It might end up being a bunch of rambling, but I was thinking about the guards / cops in World of Warcraft. No.
Okay, you're on your own there, mate.
Yeah.
I think we needed Scott for that one, didn't we?
Right. Okay, so basically in World of Warcraft, there's two different factions, and you have your Horde cities and your Alliance cities, and the guards will like kill the other faction when they get close. That's just how it is. But there are these neutral cities, the Goblin cities, where if you see another player, you can fight them, but the Goblin guards are like fucking immensely powerful and will like launch your ass to the moon.
Yeah, Scott was telling me about this actually, coincidentally, the other day. Like some asshole was doing that and got to a part where he couldn't, basically where that guard couldn't get him or something. So then like him and his buddies just fucking tag team his ass and just beat the shit out of him.
Booty Bay. That's where the party is.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where it's going. So Booty Bay is like a really nice hub city that's neutral. And when I played, it was like up until Wrath of the Lich King. So I don't. If things are different now, whatever. So you can attack the guards directly. You really don't want to, because one, they'll kick your ass, and two, it'll possibly lower your reputation for whatever that means in that city. But you can game the system in a hilarious way. So, and I think this is an allegory for something, but I'm not sure what. So the main reason you don't want to die to guards, other than the reputation thing, is you have to pay to repair your gear, and it's a pretty big chunk every time you die. So what you can do, if you go into engineering like any good griefing minding PvP expert would, you get the mind control helmet. And what you do is you mind control an enemy player. The guards read this as a hostile action, so they will attack you and your minions or whatever, and it counts the other player as your minion when you have a mind control. So when they're standing closer to the fucking goblin cop than you are, they fucking get killed. They get erased, and all their gear gets damaged, and then they kill you next. But if the mind control helmet is the only thing you're wearing, it's inconsequential. So you can use cops to grief people in World of Warcraft. And I'm pretty sure in real life you can use cops to grief people for you if you're a multinational corporation. I don't know if that allegory fits, but that's what I was going.
Jesus.
People game the system in games, and people game the system in real life.
Well, on a similar note, actually, Lemonade says, I remember playing True Crime Street of LA a long time ago.
Hell yeah, and just drive by people as Snoop Dogg.
I was going to say, is that the Snoop Dogg game? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember former Nintendo World Report editor and now game journal superstar Daniel Bloodworth. I think he reviewed that game for Planet GameCube.
Did he? Okay.
Or he talked about it a lot anyway. And he lived in LA, and he had a lot of fun like tracing his like commute to work and stuff. And probably just blowing away some random people too. I don't know.
That's how that goes.
Oh, that's he's Easy Allies now, right?
Yeah, that sounds right. He
Part
was
of
at
Easy Allies,
game trailers for the longest time.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. So he got a game where he lives. Like I got Far Cry 5.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's nothing from my hometown. There never will be, and that's probably for the best.
Right.
But Yeah. Okay. So like wrapping it up, Ty. Like, do you have any final thoughts about like this connection or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
The police will never help you.
Right.
Only
In
trust
games
your
or in real life.
yeah. Only trust your fists.
Words to live by.
All right.
That's right.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know if there was anything of value, but if there was in that segment, I
You're welcome.
yes, you're welcome.
Right.
Trust your fists.
Yes, only trust your fist. Remember in
Right.
Final Fight when you get to the end of like the second or third level and you have to fight that crooked cop, Eddie E. Remember, like you fight your way through the level and then there's a cop at the end and he spits his gum on the ground and you pick it up for like 500 points and also you beat the shit out of the cop. I wish every mayor would do that.
Right.
Right? Hager
All
for
right.
president of Earth. Mayor of Earth.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to some feedback before we close out the show.
Okay.
So, if you guys want to send in any comments, questions, criticisms, complaints, whatever you want, you can send us an email at thefamicast@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Twitter at thefamicast. I don't do much on the Facebook anymore. If you're using Facebook and you're a fan, say something somewhere because it's not. Just let us know. Yeah, and you can get your stuff right out in the air like these people. James, I'm going to take a couple of different things from YouTube. If you want to pull up a couple of tweets or something.
Oh yeah. Actually, I don't think we shared this one last time, but did we share this?
Oh no, we didn't. That happened shortly afterwards, I think.
Yeah, I think somebody, it might have been Metal Mike himself. He said he was looking into it, but soon after, anyway, he used those QR codes for the Famicast logo and the Famicast microphone, and imported them into Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Switch. And he's tweeted us a lovely picture of his island with said picture and said logo, and looks great.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Nice to have Famicast Island in there. And he just stood there in the middle of it with an exclamation point over his head.
That rules.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thanks so much.
Well, we can just do like a back and forth, James, if you want. I can read a comment from YouTube here real quick.
Go ahead.
So we had a comment on, I scrolled right through it. On the Clubhouse Games bowling video that I put up, Michael O'Keefe said, bowling in Clubhouse Gaming 51 feels so empty without the Mii's and Wii Sports or the Wii Sports announcer guy. Nice throw! That guy. And yeah, I agree. And like I said earlier, I mean, this is definitely not. I mean, Wii Sports was like 5 games in one package. This is literally like 50 plus games in one package. So I don't think there's not as much polish on this, but just keep that in mind, when you're picking up the game, because there's still a lot of fun stuff there. So, James?
We don't have any tweets, but from the Discord, our good friend of the show, Balls, he was saying he was going back and forth between he was looking at some merch on our Teespring store, and he was going back and forth between my t-shirt and your t-shirt, Danny, like the t-shirt with my sprite on and your sprite on.
Yeah,
and he ultimately chose mine because I've got the better sprite, and the quote on mine is I think it's all right, mate, didn't need your life story. That's on the back, and then my sprite on the front. So that's the one he went for. Thanks so much. Yeah, they're an absolute bargain price. So yeah, looking for teespring.com/the Famicast. It's probably not that, actually. It's probably more complicated than that. But if you just do a search for it,
yeah,
Famicast Season 4, Teespring, and you'll get it. Yeah, we've got loads of t-shirts and stuff. Yeah, and I think Rich got his tote bag, which he gets as part of his rewards. And who else? Somebody got a cap as well.
Aaron.
It was Aaron. Yeah, Aaron got a Famicast cap, and that was awesome. He took a picture of that. He sent it to us. That looks fantastic. Yeah, all of our patrons are getting all their shirts and mugs and everything. I think they're being delivered around about now. So lots of people getting their stuff now. And if you want to get any of that stuff yourself, yeah, become a patron. You can get some cool stuff. Even at the lowest tier, you can still get stuff customized for free.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Speaking of questions that have never been asked before, on the Assassin's Creed Odyssey cloud version how-to guide, please help. Why does mine just say it's exclusive for Japan residents?
I wonder why.
A question that will never be answered on this show.
I literally go through every single one of these and still take the time and answer.
Thank you for
single
calling Ubisoft technical support.
Yeah,
This is Danny. How may I help you?
that's pretty much what it's come to at this point, and I'm good with it. To help out this 14-year-old kid and destroy his dreams. Be like, sorry, kid, you can't play this game here. So
yeah, if you're not a part of our Discord, that's because you're not a patron. Because
way to rub it in.
I mean, just for $1, I think even the lowest tier 1, you can get on our Discord. And this week, we've been mostly talking about a GameCube I found in the trash. Not my trash, just like my street. Today was the kind of the day when in Japan we have burnable and non-burnable rubbish. Right. Non-burnable rubbish is like metallic things or things with batteries in or whatever. Somebody just threw out a GameCube today. Crazy. Took a picture of it, put it on Discord.
Yeah, in my town, it's even more broken up than that because our town's too cheap to buy better garbage incinerators. So we have to fucking split it up a hell of a lot worse than that. So,
and a lot of talk on Xenoblade Chronicles. What's it? Deluxe edition? No, definitive edition. And Final Fantasy VII remake. Lots of people chatting about that on the Discord. But we don't chat about that on the show because no one is actually playing it. Even though Danny actually owns one of those.
Yes. Actually, James Allen brings up something that we can touch on here briefly. James says here in the live chat, also too, if you guys are joining us live, thanks so much. We appreciate you, love you, all that type of stuff. Anyone out there getting one of those Game Gear minis? Ty, I already know what you're going to say.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah.
Christ. What the hell's wrong with those things? They're like, they're smaller than the Game Boy Micro,
mini,
right?
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, do they have a ring for keys?
It probably could. I mean, right now here I have a Game Boy Micro. I might have shown this on the video version of the show.
Like that's pretty fucking tiny.
It is. This thing is ridiculously small, and the screen. Oh, I was holding it upside down. Brilliant. But then the screen and all that stuff on the Game Gear Mini is even smaller too.
So it's like half that size, man.
Yeah, this is like I forgot the size of the screen, but it is tiny. I think it's a cool piece of tech. It's just way too small, I think, to be playable. And
well, the weird thing is that they've split it into 4 versions, different colors, and each one's got 4 games on it. It's like, what the fuck are they doing, man?
Not a good value there. And man, we could have talked about fog gaming and all that fun stuff too. I don't know if you guys know about that. Sega's new big thing. It's as big of a reveal as the PS5 last year. Fog gaming.
Yeah,
playing arcade games in your home or something. I still don't understand it.
It's like cloud gaming, but on the ground.
Yeah, hooked into arcade machines in Japan. Really weird.
Best of luck to them.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all we got in terms of I think relevant comments on YouTube. James, anything else?
No. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
Twitter this past week or so hasn't really been yay, happy fun time, gaming time, with all the shit that's happening in the world right now.
Yeah.
And it should be like that. I mean, there's probably more important things to be focusing on right now. But have fun, play your video games, but support the Black community as well. It's equally important as video games, if not more.
Right.
It is more important. Jesus Christ. But
right.
there it is.
All right, man. Well, that's going to go ahead and actually close out Famicast 175 for today. As always, you guys out there, thank you for listening. Appreciate you. Love you. We're going to go ahead and give our Twitter handles out so you can follow us if you so desire. You can follow me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James, where can the guys and gals find you?
At Fami Complicated. Not much gaming related tweeting at the moment, but please understand.
Yes. Ty.
Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah. You super cat drugs. A lot of cops getting fucked up on my timeline. But I'd also like to shill one thing real quick.
Sure.
my good buddy Esteban Martinez does this documentary series and released his first one, and it's on Killer Instinct.
Ooh,
So check out the new Killer Instinct documentary by Hold Back the Block. Maybe check their Patreon. But you can watch the whole thing for free on YouTube.
cool.
And when you see me in it, like get a red pen and circle it on your screen.
With a real pen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've got Scott's Twitter on the screen here, but don't follow Scott because he's not on the show today. Actually, unfollow Scott. If you followed him last time, unfollow him and only refollow him if he comes back on the show.
Done.
Absolutely. No, seriously, if you do follow Scott, he'll he usually tweets when he's like streaming on Twitch. And yeah, you should guys check out his Twitch streams and stuff. Always a lot of fun. I know some of his audience have come in and listened to the show and stuff too. Really good community over there on Scott the Zega, his Christian name, his channel. So be sure to check that out.
Right, that's it. That's his parents' name. His given name is Scott, but his parents' name is the Zega.
Right.
Oh, I wonder if he wants to buy the Game Gear Micro because wasn't it because it was Zega?
I don't think Scott has any interest in that. Probably because it's just not a good value proposition. I don't think he would give a shit.
Well, tune in next time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the show, guys. Again, thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and we will catch you next time. See you later.
Peace.
Peace out.